From Las Vegas, the entertainment capital of the world, it's the Joe Bob Briggs 5th Anniversary Special, all month long on the Movie Channel. Ladies and gentlemen, Joe Bob Briggs.
Alan, listen to me. You don't understand. When I said I wanted to do the 5th Anniversary Special live from the Las Vegas Hilton, I thought you understood. I meant the Las Vegas Hilton showroom. I didn't mean just a room at the Hilton. And Alan, they've got me in the only basement room in Las Vegas. It's the room they give to tour groups from Guadalajara. I am really sorry. This is embarrassing. We're just a few minutes away from the month-long 5th anniversary celebration of Joe Bob's Drive-In Theater, and we have no celebrities. We have 0 film clips. My close personal friend Wayne Newton doesn't even know I'm in town. And Alan, when Wayne finds out about this, he will be none too pleased, I'm telling you. 5 years, Alan. 2 ACE Award nominations. I did that for you people, and then what do? You treat me like dog doo-doo.
Maid service!
Hold on just a minute. Somebody's at... Well, just come on in. Not even dog doo-doo, cat doo-doo is what this is.
Cowboy! You should have found me one.
Oh, well, thank you. You watched the show, huh?
What show?
You said I was funny.
Your shirt is funny.
Oh, God. Are you still there, Alan? Look, I want you to get in touch with Wayne Newton. Tell him we need him now. We'll check on it. I'll wait. What are you doing?
Turning down your bed. I'm Sophia. Just treat me like I'm not even here. Everyone else does.
Yeah, Alan, what's up?
Once in a while it'd be nice somebody would say, hello there, what's your name? The maid, how interesting.
My marquee is up.
No, I'm just the maid.
My marquee is supposed to be up. But all I can see is Wayne Newton. Wait a minute, here it is, here it comes. All right, welcome Joe Bob Biggers.
Bravo, Mr. Biggers! Bravo, bravissimo, bravo, bravissimo, bravo, bravo.
Alan, it says Joe Bob Biggers. Alan? Shoot. You know, they told me I had a VIP deluxe suite here.
This birdcage?
Yeah, I'm ready. Assistant manager of what wants to talk to me?
Chocolate?
Assistant manager of credit. I can't believe what I'm hearing. This can't be.
Noise machine?
Noise machine? No, the room is supposed to be taken care of by the movie channel. You guys pay all the expenses. That was the deal. Well, I can't help that, Alan. I don't even have a major credit card. I mean, I did have a credit card, but my second ex-wife had 947 pairs of spiked high heels, and after a while, I didn't have any credit cards anymore.
Automatic massage control.
I don't believe this is happening. Look, y'all don't worry about this. We're going to have our usual wonderful double feature in just a minute. All this month, we're showing the most popular flicks from the last 5 years, and, well, except for tonight when we have kind of a stinker, we're showing a Lou Diamond Phillips flick called The First Power, about a cop trying to destroy a serial killer who keeps coming back from the dead. And would you help out? Would you go see who that is, please? Alan.
Oh, I see. He's
Alan.
over there.
Aren't we the Queen of England?
Excuse me, girls, coming in. Room service?
He's on TV, but nobody know who he is.
What the hell is going on over here? Who are you people?
You ordered room service.
I'm from Susie's Oriental Escort Service. You called us.
I'll have to call you back, Alan. Look, I think there must be some mistake.
Oh, I think not. You ordered the tequila and the fried chicken?
Yeah, that's mine.
All right, feast time. Table for 3. Are you girls with him? I love this town.
Yeah?
Wait a minute. Who are you?
I'm
Dave, short for David. Oh, movies. I love those.
No, I mean, who is that? Who are you?
I'm Melanie, and I'm new at this. Did I say the wrong thing? I'm from Susie's Oriental Escort Service.
Look,
I love this town. You girls work together?
Look.
Senti basta, eh?
Yeah, hey, look, you're obviously under the impression that this is so silly. I mean, what a mix-up. I think you think that I called an escort service.
Oh, no. You mean you didn't call? Oh, no. I feel terrible. I knew I wasn't cut out for this.
Looky, Mr. Biggers, looky. A brochure for Susie's Oriental Escort Service.
Oh, so you did call.
Mind if I take a look at that?
That's just a coincidence.
Hey, look at this. Somebody circled the phone number. Chain Gang Special. I love this town.
Is this some kind of fraternity prank or something? Are you making fun of me? Because this is my first assignment and I want to do a good job, and I'm here because somebody in this room called 555 Susie and pressed 3 for Oriental Blondes.
I can explain.
Don't bother. Look, it's still $200. Fork it over and I'll get out of here.
Wow, $200. Is that how much it costs? I love this room. You know, most rooms are not this interesting.
Yeah, but look, first of all, I didn't call you. And then second, if I did call you, you're obviously not Oriental and you're not blonde.
Good point.
Okay?
True.
All right, numero 30, I am doing a national TV program right at this very moment. Do you see that camera over there? And so I do not have time to be talking to a hooker.
I am not a hooker. I may not have a big national TV show, but I have feelings. Just because your name is Biggers, you think that you can make fun of people that are weaker than you are.
No, come on, don't cry.
Don't feel bad. He's only on cable TV.
Shouldn't have called her a hooker, Mr. Biggers.
I'm sorry, I thought she was a
That
hooker.
has nothing to do with it.
Do you know each other? Please, look, okay, Melanie, look. I think you're a very beautiful woman. I shouldn't have said that. And you're obviously a very sincere woman.
What you meant is that I'm a hooker, a whore, and a prostitute.
Dave, answer the phone. Look, Melanie, I just have a lot on my mind tonight. I know I've been a little abrupt with you and with Sylvia here, but
Mr. Biggers, it's Alan.
take a message, okay? Here, Melanie, have some fried chicken.
I don't eat meat.
Here, Sophie, have some. Here, how about this? Tequila shooters. These help me. These are great. 4 or 5 of these, and you'll feel better. Here, have some
No.
tequila. All right?
He said that you had to leave the room in 15 minutes because they didn't send the hotel any money.
This is not what it looks like. This is just a misunderstanding. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking that once again, everybody in the world forgot about Joe Bob's anniversary show. You're thinking I'm pitiful. You're thinking I have the worst show on cable TV.
Mr. Biggers, it's going to be $194 for room service.
$194.
Well, it includes a tip. And there's a casino bouncer on the way up to make sure you leave.
You don't know what it's like to raise 3 kids on a welfare check.
Melanie, I feel really bad.
Don't you dare say nothing to this woman.
After the movie, we'll be here, trust me.
Well, Mr. Biggers, you mind if I have some of that tequila? I love this job.
Melanie, I really don't think you're cut out for this kind of work. Think about what you're doing to yourself.
I thought you wanted a prostitute. Eh.
I changed my mind, all right?
Joe Bob, we're rolling. Now.
This is not what it looks like. I know the Joe Bob Briggs 5th anniversary show got kind of off to a shaky start, and I got thrown out of the hotel room because of some kind of misunderstanding, and I owe the hotel $390 for phone and room service, plus the 7 Bahama Mamas I had while y'all were watching Lou Diamond Phillips root around with that ugly nun. But, you know, the state I'm in right now, for the first time in my life, I could probably watch Lou Diamond Phillips and feel better. That's how bad it is.
Are you Mr. Joe Bob Biggers?
Yeah, I'm Joe Bob.
I'm Mr. Slidell. I'm the assistant credit manager, and I understand there's a problem with your bill.
Not again. You know, this may be hard for you to believe, but do you see that camera right over there? We're doing a TV show here, Joe Bob's Drive-In Theater. It's been on 5 years. You've probably heard of it.
That's very interesting, Mr. Biggers.
Briggs. Joe Bob Briggs.
Wade Slidell, assistant credit manager.
I know. Now, Wade, what we've got here is a TV show, okay? People are waiting to see the world-famous Las Vegas celebrities we promised them for my 5th anniversary show, only we don't have any Las Vegas celebrities because the geniuses at the movie channel forgot that it was my 5th anniversary. So they're waiting for the next movie, Steel and Lace. Have you seen that movie, Wade? Great movie. It's in the Drive-In Hall of Fame. That's why we're showing it this month.
That's very interesting, Mr. Briggs.
Call me Joe Bob, okay?
It's very interesting, but I'm afraid I have to work something out with you to settle your account in the amount of $537.
$537. I know.
$559.
Wade, let me explain something to you that'll save us both a whole lot of time. I work for a company called the Movie Channel. Maybe you've heard of it. They're rich. Maybe not real rich, but richer than you and me. The Movie Channel is owned by a company called Showtime Networks Incorporated. Showtime Networks Incorporated is owned by a company called Viacom Incorporated. Viacom Incorporated is owned by a guy named Sumner Redstone, who has a company so big that only he knows the name of it. And that company is owned by a company in Luxembourg, that is owned by a company in Geneva, that's owned by a company in Tokyo. Are you following this, Wade? Somewhere in Tokyo, there's a guy who will write you a check for $537. And until
$559.
559 gall-darn dollars.
Please, Mr. Briggs, don't get upset. It'll bother the patrons.
But I, Joe Bob Briggs, host of Joe Bob's Drive-In Theater, cannot, right at this moment, on the worst day of my life, at the utter end of my existence, I cannot write you a check or give you a credit card because I have no money. Now, would you like to break my legs now? Would that make you feel better?
We don't break legs, Mr. Briggs. What we do is we try to come up with a very good plan for you to pay us back.
A plan?
Now, if you're broke, we will pay for your way to the airport and give you a one-way ticket to any city in America.
Let me put it this way, Slidell. I'm staying here. It's my gall-darn anniversary show, and I am staying here.
I see. Are these yours?
Wade, look, you don't seem like that bad a guy. Let me try to talk to you.
Listen, I'm afraid I'll have to hold these
What are you doing?
till we've received some sort of payment. I'm sure you're going to understand.
Hold them? You want to hold my underwear?
Just till we work out a formal payment plan.
Great. Don't touch that hat. Don't touch the hat. I can't stand for anybody to touch my hat. Thank you. Humiliate. Hey, Cochise, you forgot something. These have great sentimental value to me. Better take them. Might have to come back here to get them. Wade, I want to ask you a question. Do you ever smile at anything?
No.
Good answer. All right, can I ask you one favor, Wade? Because I know you have to leave and start filing my underwear in the proper place. Do you enjoy this job?
Yes.
Then maybe you can appreciate this. I have to talk to this camera right here now. It will only take a minute. I'll get money from that. Maybe even $549.
$559.
$559. Then I could give that money to you, and you would be happy, and I would be happy, and your boss would be happy. And are you married, Wade? Can you see me here, Wade?
Yes.
You are married.
No.
Well, then your wife would be the only one not happy because you don't have a wife. So here, Wade, hold this while I finish as collateral. It'll make you feel secure. And I just have to do this now. Alan, you idiot, get me out of here. This is no longer funny. We announced the anniversary show. We're going to do the anniversary show. Please, we've got great movies all month long, the favorites from the past 5 years. I've got all this stuff I want to say about them. I hadn't even given out the dead body count on Steel and Lace because Enzio here from the George Romero School for Hotel Employees thinks I'm trying to weasel out on a $500 check. In fact, if anybody out there could loan me $600, then I would, what are you doing? Wade, what are you doing? What's happening? Wade, don't touch that camera, Wade, all right? You cannot take that camera, all right? Alan, I'm gonna kill you, Alan. I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna rip your guts out, and then I'm gonna grind your arms into pencils, then I'm gonna break them in half, and then I'm gonna take your head and I'm gonna feed it to a Doberman. That's what I'm gonna do. Has anybody got a quarter here? I gotta make a phone. Listen, all right, wait a minute. All right, Wade, give me this, all right? This is my camera now. It's mine. I am gonna use it. All right, now listen to me. You're gonna have to kill me to get this camera, Slidell. We are going to have a good time. Is that understood? Repeat after me, everyone out there. We are going to have a good time. We're going to have a good time. Slidell, get over here. Say it. Say it.
We're going to have a good time.
Say it louder.
We're going to have a good time.
Smile when you say that, Slidell.
We're going to have a good time.
Good. Okay. Excellent. Now, we'll watch the movie. It's a fun movie. You will enjoy this movie. Roll the movie. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed the movie. Can you hear me? Is this thing working? I gotta talk fast here because I only get this one phone call. But first thing, very important. Alan, if you're listening, the bail is $5,000 for the assault charge and $1,000 for solicitation of prostitution, which I can't go into right now, but I'm not guilty on that prostitution thing. Listen to me though, get in touch with Wayne Newton. He'll know what to do. And everyone out there, all you fans of drive-in theater for the last 5 years, believe me, the rest of the month is going to be great. Don't go by tonight. Like next week, the movies we're going to have are... I don't really have my notes with me here at the... see, I had to come down to a government office to start getting next week's show ready. We think maybe we'll have some topless dancers from...
Please insert 5 cents for the next 5 minutes or your call will be disconnected.
Any of you guys got a nickel? Hey, Louise, give me a nickel, okay? I'll give you $5 when I get out, all right? Yeah, well, I can't pin day-hole right now, whatever that means. I need a nickel.
Please insert 5 cents to continue your conversation for another 5 minutes.
Listen, everybody, next week we'll be live from the Las Vegas Hilton. It's going to be a totally different show. I know it might look like nobody remembered my 5th anniversary, but nothing could be further.
The entertainment capital of the world. It's the Joe Bob Briggs 5th anniversary special, all month long on the Movie Channel. Ladies and gentlemen, Joe Bob Briggs.
All right, I've spent years on this blackjack system, so I want y'all to listen up. If you do exactly what I say tonight, there's not going to be any more of this low-rent movie channel stuff, because I've been here 5 years. Nobody remembers my anniversary. The high sheriffs back in New York City, they don't even remember to send the gall-darn credit card number to the Hilton, but I'm not going to dwell on that. All right, what I'm about to explain here is the foolproof blackjack system that I have spent the last 4 years perfecting. Stephanie, make sure the front desk holds all my calls.
But Joe Bob, nobody knows you're here.
Okay, we'll take a chance on being interrupted. Darryl, did you bring the cards?
I didn't know I was supposed to bring cards.
All right. That's all right. It doesn't matter. I'll explain it without cards. Just blackjack. We don't need cards for this.
Joe Bob, could I ask a question?
Sure.
Is this the game that you play at the big table or the little table?
I knew we shouldn't use a girl for this.
I am not a girl.
Look, Darryl, we have to use a girl. I mean, we have to use Stephanie. The system doesn't work unless everyone is looking at Stephanie. What do you expect? People are going to be looking at you? All right, now here we go. Pay attention. When you get your first 2 cards and they add up to 17 or more, what do?
Stick.
Stick.
And when you get your first 2 cards and they add up to 11 or less, what do?
Hit.
Hit.
And when you get your first 2 cards and they add up to 12, 13, 14, 15, or 16, what do? That's what I thought. See, that's where the game of blackjack is won or lost. All right, now, here's the only thing you have to remember about when to hit and stand. If the dealer's up card is a 2, 3, or 4, then stand on 13 and hit 12. All right, see that? If the dealer's up card is a 5 or a 6, then stand on, let's see, if it's a 5 or a 6, stand on 12, hit 11. That's what it is, 12, 11. If the dealer's card is a 7, 8, or 9, then you hit 16, stand on 17. And if the dealer shows an ace or a 10, then you stand on 16, hit 17. I mean hit 14. And wait a minute, what did I say? Hit 15, stick at 16. That's what it is. So there you have it. Any questions about that part before we move on?
Here it
Bob,
comes.
I'm a little confused about the difference between standing, sticking, and hitting. Is sticking the same as hitting?
No, sticking is the same as standing.
So what's hitting the same as?
I don't understand.
Oh, you said we'd be hitting.
Hitting is hitting. You know, like hit me. It means give me another card.
Okay, you don't have to get touchy. I was just trying not to make a mistake.
Okay.
Okay.
We want the dealer to think that Stephanie is counting the cards. He'll alert the pit boss. They'll match her on the overhead camera. But all the time, the two of us will be doing the counting and the money management at the same time. You understand that, Daryl?
What will I be doing?
You're the decoy. Just act normal. I only want you to do one thing. Every time you see an ace or a 10 count, I want you to take a casino chip and place it in a stack. Do you understand that?
I think so. What's a 10 count?
I'm not saying anything.
A 10 count is a face card or a 10. Card with a picture on it or card with a 10 on it.
So do you want me to do one stack for the pictures and one stack for the 10s, or one stack for the pictures and 10s?
One stack. One stack. All right? Now, Daryl, I want you to do one more thing. I want you to split 8s unless the dealer shows a 9 or 10, and I want you to split 7s when the dealer's card is a 5, 6, or 7. Okay, got that?
Is splitting the same as hitting?
We're not going to ask you to split, hon.
Oh, good.
You can hit, but don't split.
Good.
Now, Daryl, you'll be watching Stephanie's stack of chips. When the deck has been dealt down to the last 1/3, I want you to see how many chips are in that stack, and if it's 60 or more, I want you to say the code word, Blue Moon. You got that?
Blue moon for 60 or more. Do I just blurt it out?
No, you don't blurt it out. You just casually drop it into the conversation. You say something like, I was walking out in the desert tonight and there was a blue moon. You know, just don't call attention to yourself. Then, if you count less than 60 chips in Stephanie's stack, but more than 50, I want you to say, that wacky Dan Quail.
That's the code word?
Yeah, I'm just making things up that you would normally use in conversation, like, that wacky Dan Quail was in the news again today.
Isn't that something you'd use in a stand-up comedy routine?
Well, so they'll think you have a stand-up comedy routine.
I like this part. Do I get to say any code words?
Yeah, I'll tell you what. If you see any suspicious behavior on the part of the casino employees, you use the code word turkey dinner. You be on the lookout. That means to abort the whole plan.
Turkey dinner. I love turkey.
Okay. Now, if there's less than 50 chips in Stephanie's stack, Daryl, you say the ultimate code word. Bombs over Baghdad. You know what that one means? At that point, everyone increases their bets to $50 on every hand. You got it?
Yeah, what are you going to be doing all this time, Joe Bob?
I'll be engaging the dealer in conversation, kind of, you know, throwing him off the track, stuff like that.
Okay, look, can we go over it once more?
Okay, sure. Look, if you hear the words Blue Moon, triple that bet when the dealer shows a low card.
Okay.
When you hear that wacky Dan Quail, do not change your bet. And when you hear bombs over Baghdad, what do?
Bet the bank.
That's right. Bet your grandmother on that hand. That's when we're going to clean up.
What about turkey dinner? You didn't say turkey dinner.
Look, that's really not part of the system, Steph. I just gave you turkey dinner so you would have a code word to say, okay? All right, okay. All right, what do we do if we hear turkey dinner?
Abort the plan.
That's right. Very good. So, are we straight on everything?
Yeah, Joe Bob, look, I don't know about this. I mean, I've tried a lot of blackjack systems, and I've never even heard of one like this. I mean, for example, why are we using her as a decoy if she's not really a decoy?
You don't understand. That's the beauty of the whole deal. They'll never believe that she's cheating because she can't remember anything.
I don't have to remember anything?
Just do your best, hon, and keep count of the aces and tens with your chips, okay?
I don't have to remember the hitting, sticking, and shooting?
No, dear, just forget that. Daryl will do that. I guarantee you this will work. So, what are the words we want to hear?
Turkey dinner.
No, forget turkey dinner.
Bombs over Baghdad.
That's right, bombs over Baghdad. While these people out here in movie channel land are watching one of the greatest movies from the last 5 years of drive-in theater, it's that Savage Beach, the only movie ever made with 4 Playboy Playmates of the Month and Miss Takati 1988 and the World Kung Fu Champion, we will be making enough money to last the rest of our lives. Does that sound good? Does that sound good?
Yeah, great.
Okay then, come on, let's get to the casino.
Yay.
Come on.
Right.
Yay, okay. Do I have to remember the standing, shooting, and walking, or just the turkey dinner?
Just the turkey dinner, hon. Just do your best. Come on, Daryl.
Why don't I feel good about this?
Please, Daryl, don't bring any negativity into this process.
See that empty table over there? That's perfect. Let's go over the blackjack code words one more time. First code word.
Turkey dinner.
No! Turkey dinner is what we use if we're giving up. We wouldn't use that unless something terrible happened. That's the last code word we'd use.
Okay, I won't say a word.
First code is blue moon.
That's right, blue moon. And what's it mean?
Bet high when the dealer shows a 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6.
Right. Next code word.
That wacky Dan Quail. When I say that, that means we all bet the same.
That's right, that wacky Dan Quail. And what's the one that we're all listening for?
Bombs over Baghdad.
Bombs over Baghdad.
That's my favorite.
All right, and what's it mean?
Bet the bank.
Bet the bank.
All right. You know where to sit, and remember, we don't know each other.
We don't know each other?
We don't know each other, okay?
Okay, I won't say a word.
Hello. Could I have some red ones?
And I'll have $100 and only got 60. Daryl, can I borrow 20? I'm sorry, I thought you were a person that I knew.
I don't think so, bud. I'm from Kentucky.
Home of that great old song, Blue Moon over Kentucky.
All right. Let's see them cards.
Will you be hitting me now? I get hitting and sticking mixed up. Don't worry, though. I'll catch on.
Is this a $1,000 table?
No, my dear, the maximum at this table is 500.
Oh, what's the point? There was a time when you would never bring me to a table this cheap.
So, gentlemen, what are we betting tonight?
5.
500. Excellent.
Ah, très bien.
And you, sir?
5. Same.
And this beautiful young lady, you're not here by yourself, are you?
Oh, of course. Oh, no, yes, I'm alone.
Could we please continue?
Was I hearing that you were from Kentucky?
No, I'm from...
Sherry, I don't think we need to know where you're from. Christian, please pay attention to the card.
You know, that dress reminds me of a blue moon.
What is that supposed to mean?
Excuse me, sir. Have you noticed any faces or ace cards?
What?
What did you say about my dress?
Nothing. What I meant to say is that wacky Dan Quail wore a dress exactly like that.
Christian, get me away from this table immediately.
I like it here.
Yeah, he likes it here.
Who asked the bimbo?
Who are you calling a bimbo?
Now, girls, let's not have any problems, all right?
Nobody has a problem. That wacky Dan Quail has a problem.
Get me away from these people immediately. I mean it. I don't need to be in this kind of environment.
Yes, but dearest, I'm winning.
Yeah, he's winning.
All right. Then give all your money to this tramp, for all I care. I'm leaving.
I have had just about enough of you.
Oh, you have now?
Yes.
I have to apologize for her. She's not normally like this. I don't know what her
How
problem is.
dare you apologize for me?
Bombs over Baghdad.
Bombs over Baghdad.
Bump, what? Oh, actually, I forgot to count.
We lost.
Oh.
You idiot! I told you to stand on a soft 18, hit a 17 when the dealer shows a 6.
You know each other?
We lost? Actually, Joe Bob, I forgot to keep track of that. I mean, turkey dinner.
Oh.
You forgot to keep track of the turkey dinner. Don't worry, sweetie, I'll buy you a turkey dinner.
Oh, I would love that.
First, I've got a little business to take care of. Gentlemen, I work for the casino. And I've watched you counting cards since I sat at this table. And quite frankly, it is the stupidest card counting system I have ever seen.
Wasn't that stupid?
Let's go. We need to have a little visit in my office. Come on, let's go.
In your office?
In my office.
I mean, we weren't cheating. I mean, you know, and if it is a stupid system, then that counts for something, right?
Don't we get a phone call?
Christian.
Would you mind waiting for me in the bar? This will only take 20 minutes.
Oh, I'll have to think about that.
He will use you like he used me and all the others. I pity you.
Hit me and stick on me.
Look, I think I can have this whole thing straightened out in no time. You see, we're not really professional gamblers.
Really? I'm surprised to hear you say that. I thought you must be because you came up with the idea of cheating at blackjack in a team of 3.
I told you it wouldn't work.
We didn't intend to cheat. I mean, what's wrong with 3 friends having a little fun?
Well, nothing at all. As long as your intention is not to count cards or cheat this casino.
Nothing could be further from our intention.
Look, I'm gonna make this very clear and very simple. I've talked to Stephanie.
We shouldn't use a girl.
She told me your whole system.
Look, I can explain that.
Save your breath. I want to tell you how much admiration I have for your system. It has so many rules, contingencies, and betting schemes that it took my secretary an hour to write it down. And we're still not sure we have the whole thing. Now, what is that code word that you have for the payoff bet?
Bombs over Baghdad.
What was it again?
Bombs over Baghdad.
I thought we weren't supposed to reveal the code word, Joe Bob.
Bombs over Baghdad. That was my favorite part, okay? Let me tell you 2 blackjack geniuses a thing or two about this casino. And when I'm finished, I'll tell you what we've decided to do. First of all, do you realize that there's absolutely no way in hell to cheat at blackjack as a team? In other words, the only good way to cheat at blackjack is working alone. Any particular reason you decided to work together?
I thought it would be more fun.
Second, no one has been able to count cards successfully since 1965, when we discovered the chip stacking technique and took measures against that. We now deal 4 decks at a time, and we never deal more than 2/3 of that deck. So the whole premise of your system is incorrect.
The whole premise, huh?
This is humiliating.
So, what are you going to do to us? I mean, you know, in some circles, I would be considered somewhat of a celebrity. You know, Joe Bob Briggs, host of Drive-In Theater on the Movie Channel. In fact, we chose the Vegas Hilton for the celebration of my 5th anniversary on the air, the whole month-long thing. And, you know, I'm famous on cable systems all over America, so I'm sure you wouldn't want the bad publicity of doing something like, you know, turning us into the cops, something like that.
Oh, we would never do that.
All right.
We know exactly who you are, Joe Bob.
Oh.
And we like you. That's why I called you in here. Our experts here at the casino have calculated that anyone using your blackjack system is giving the house 75-to-1 odds against the player. Joe Bob, we don't have odds that good in any game, in any Hilton casino, anywhere in the world. You should be really proud of yourself.
Well, thank you.
And to show you our appreciation, we want to give you both complimentary rooms, complimentary meals, and complimentary cocktails for the remainder of your stay, with one condition.
What's that?
That you'll only play blackjack in our casino.
You want us to play blackjack here?
And promise me you'll cheat, okay?
It's a deal.
Joe Bob?
It's a deal.
You fellas are welcome at this Hilton anytime. Now, if you'll excuse me, Stephanie's waiting.
You know, Daryl, someday I should write a book about my life.
What are you going to call it? Bombs over Baghdad?
That's not funny, Daryl. That's not funny at all.
From Las Vegas, the entertainment capital of the world, It's the Joe Bob Briggs 5th Anniversary Special, all month long on the Movie Channel. Ladies and gentlemen, Joe Bob Briggs.
Well, here we are in our third week of the big Joe Bob Briggs 5th Anniversary celebration in Las Vegas, and I'm not going to sugarcoat it, I admit it. Nobody showed up yet for my tribute, and of course we did have that little incident where I was in jail for 72 hours. I won't dwell on that. And then last week my famous blackjack system was exposed by the casino as being the stupidest blackjack system ever invented. Fortunately, I can now drink free at any casino in Las Vegas who want me to use the system at their tables. And then, of course, Wayne Newton's not returning my phone calls. I thought he'd be here by now, and a lot of people would get discouraged at this point. They would start feeling sorry for themselves, but not me. No siree, Joe Bob. I was thinking to myself last night, maybe the problem here is that you're concentrating too much on your own little feeble, pitiful problems. And what you should be doing is helping other people. And so that's what we're going to do tonight. We're going to do something educational for a change. We still have our 5th anniversary movie lineup. All month long, we're showing the most popular movies of the last 5 years on the drive-in theater. Like tonight, our main feature is Caged Fury, one of the finest bimbos in cages flicks since the early 70s, with Roxana Michaels in the familiar story of the nubile young blonde who shows up in Hollywood trying to be an actress, gets propositioned by a sleazeball photographer, kidnapped from a rock and roll club, knocked around by bikers, taken home by a kung fu mercenary, kissed on the lips by Eric Estrada, and most horrifying of all, forced to do a love scene with Jack Carter. Yuck! Classic Women in Cages, though. And then our second feature is the great Linda Blair rooting around in the Chuck Vincent masterpiece, Bedroom Eyes 2. But anyhow, right now, what we're going to do is a consumer service for all the billions of people who will visit Las Vegas this year, and they don't know that you can be very dumb and lose all your money here. And I don't want that to happen. I want you to be very intelligent and lose all your money here. And so here's what you need to do. Here I am in the slot machine area. This is the most popular gambling game in the world, but most people don't study it properly. They just walk up, take a whack at it, don't have any strategy, any plan. They don't have any idea of the science of playing slot machines. They just take out a token, they stuff it in there, and they just mindlessly jerk down on the handle like that. They don't even watch the reels as they spin. Well, you may not realize, unless you're a slot machine expert like I am, that each standard machine has 3 wheels on here. Here, 1, 2, 3. And see that right there, when you figure out all the different kinds of things that are on these 3 wheels, that gives you a total of 8,000 combinations every time you pull that handle. And then if you move on up to one of these big 4-wheel machines that they have now, that gives you 160,000 possible combinations. You see the odds against you? You know what I mean? Let me explain this. First of all, my recommendation would be that you don't play anything larger than a 3-wheel slot anyway. Why, you might ask? See, all amateurs ask this question. Because on a 3-wheel slot, a skilled competitor can keep all combinations in his head at all times. For example, what are your standard slot machine symbols? Let's look at this. You got your lemon, right? We all know what that is. That means you don't get diddly squat. You got your cherry, of course. You know, you got your 1 cherry payoff, your 2 cherry payoff. You got your orange, your plum, your bell on here, your melon. 3 melons pays off 100 quarters. Then you got your bar, your 7, of course. Then you got all your combination things on there, like your bell bar, your melon orange. Now, let's look at what happens when you fail to take all these combinations into account. Stick it in here, pull the handle. See there? No plan, no strategy, no result. A blind man could have made that play.
Excuse me, but who told you you could use this machine?
Nobody told me I could use that machine. I just walked up and used it.
This is my machine. I was just getting change. You can ask anyone around here. This is Laverne's machine. I always play this machine.
All right, okay. Fine, no problem. Use that machine.
And don't use any of these other ones.
How about this one here? Any of your family members using this machine? Thank you. All right, what I'm trying to tell you is know your slot machines. Know what you're doing. Get a feel for each machine. If it's a loser, don't be embarrassed to move right on to that next machine. But don't be a sap. Don't be a slot degenerate. Don't be an addict. Can y'all hold it down over here? I'm trying to do a show here. Don't be like some of these women who come in here and they're so superstitious they believe they have to play their machine and know when to quit. In the long run, you can't really beat one of these one-armed bandits. They're always going to take you to the cleaners. So y'all watch the movie, and then I'll be back with more valuable advice from Las Vegas, home of the Joe Bob Briggs 5th Anniversary Month celebration.
Are you Mr. Briggs?
Yeah, that's me.
I thought I recognized you. I'm Gloria Fenwick, Assistant Vice President for Interstitial Programming at the Movie Channel. I've just arrived from New York and I understand there are some problems with the show.
Are you kidding me? Are you really from the Movie Channel?
Assistant Vice President for Interstitial Programming.
Well, what is that, porno films or what?
Interstitial programming is the term we use for shows like yours. It's not stitial, it's interstitial.
Well, you are the lady I want to see. Do you know what's happened to me? You know, first I come here for my 5th anniversary tribute show and there's nobody that shows up to tribute me. And then I get kicked out of my hotel room because nobody has a credit card.
I can explain that. We did have a VIP suite reserved for you, but one of our stars was in Las Vegas at the same time and we had to use it for other purposes.
Other purposes?
Yes, we're doing an interview with Eric Estrada.
You gave my room to Eric Estrada?
Well, Mr. Briggs, Mr. Estrada is on the A-list.
The A-list? What is the A-list?
He's a major celebrity, and we felt that in view of your declining ratings...
What declining ratings?
They didn't tell you yet? Forget I said that. My point is that we did have a room for you and would have been very glad to give it to you after Mr. Estrada left, but by then you were already in jail.
Yeah, I was, and you wouldn't send the bail money. I spent 3 days there.
I can explain that. It's not that we were insensitive to your situation, but we were having budget meetings that week, and it was hard to justify a $3,000 expenditure when we were being forced to cut back on standard items like Robert Osborne's wardrobe. Also, we had a negotiation going with Gilbert Gottfried.
What negotiation?
Hasn't Alan told you any of this?
What negotiation with Gilbert Gottfried?
Well, I'll let Alan talk to you about that. We just felt that since Gilbert Gottfried has such enormous name identification as a late-night movie host, we should offer him a place at the Movie Channel.
So you took my bail money and you gave it to Gilbert Gottfried,
well,
is that it?
No, well, I guess the answer to that would have to be yes. That is what we were doing.
All right, what are you doing here? Did they just send you here to torment me or what?
Not at all. I'm here to give you the message from all of us at the Movie Channel that you have our unqualified support and our warmest wishes on your 5th anniversary as America's tallest late-night movie host.
Great. Wonderful. Well, okay, what about my celebrity guests? You know, we were supposed to have celebrity guests. That's the whole reason we came to Las Vegas in the first place.
Yes, that is another thing I need to talk to you about. We've had to cut back on the whole celebrity guest concept. In fact, I'm not sure we'll be able to finish out the month. You see, we've spent a lot of money so far on frills.
Frills? What frills?
Well, you have 2 cameras here. I think any prudent businessman can see that you can't actually use more than 1 camera at a time now, can you?
We'll try not to be so extravagant in the future. Anything else?
Yes. Are those your quarters?
Yeah.
I'm afraid I'm going to have to take possession of those.
You're not
Alan says we need collateral for the bail money.
You're not taking my slot machine money.
Also, I couldn't help noticing that string tie you're wearing.
It's called a bolo tie.
Do you think that might have a cash value?
I don't believe this.
I also have to tell you, we've made an executive decision about your hat. We feel that a cowboy hat doesn't quite fit the image of the Movie Channel. We're going for a more upscale, a slicker concept. We'd like you to try on some silk shirts. Well, not real silk, of course. That would be too expensive. Mr. Briggs? Are you listening to me, Mr. Briggs? I hope you're gambling with your own money.
Well, it's the wee hours here at the casino, and just to emphasize what I was trying to tell you people earlier, you know why you don't see many people left at these slot machines here? It's what we were talking about, the A word, addiction. They're gone, see, because their money is gone. You'd think people would learn that in the long run, you just can't beat a machine. And so what I wanted to say about it was, well, look at that. somebody dropped one of those thingamajiggies on the floor. And that, of course, that's very strange on its own because they'll usually just stuff it right back into the old slot. You know, they're like heroin addicts. They really are. It's no laughing matter, I'm telling you. But I'm telling you, don't even start this stuff because, you know, you pull these things, looks like a bunch of beautiful colors going by, spinning past your eyes, but it's not what it's cracked up to be. Because, see, there's the thing. They get you on that deal. They pay you about 20 bucks, you know, get you kind of interested in it. But that's pretty good, though, because that wasn't even my token. Look at that. They're still coming out of that thing, you know? There's 40, 50 things that are coming out of there. But anyway, well, I'll be gall dang. There's so many of these things coming out of here that it's going to fill up the trough if I don't take them out of there pretty quick. Well, I tell you, even if you get like $200 or $300 from these things, what was I saying? You know what they call people who can't stay away from the slot machines? Degenerates. So don't be a degenerate. Spend a few quarters, but don't get carried away on these deals. Because, you know, if you get hooked on the things, you can never again. This is great. I don't know about you, but once these things start, you know, you just kind of get interested in it, and I'll see you next week on the Joe Bob Briggs 5th Anniversary Tribute Month, all right? This is great. I'm going to be rich just off that one thing back there. Don't you dare play that one over there. That's my machine.
From Las Vegas, the entertainment capital of the world, it's the Joe Bob Briggs 5th Anniversary Special, all month long on the Movie Channel. Ladies and gentlemen, Joe Bob Briggs.
Joe Bob, please. You gotta come out now. This is not helping you. Come on, it's not helping anybody else. Can you hear me? Answer me, Joe Bob.
Is there something wrong with Joe Bob?
He's been in that room for 3 days, and all he does is order beer from room service.
Is he sick?
No, he drinks that much beer all the time. If it weren't for beer, he wouldn't get any nutrition at all.
So what's wrong with him?
Oh, he's depressed. He's been in Las Vegas all month, and nobody's shown up for his 5th anniversary special. And he says he's finished with show business.
Oh.
He's refusing to introduce movies anymore. He says he's not interested in the body count, and he doesn't care if he sees another naked woman as long as he lives.
He's dying. Here, let me try. Joe Bob? It's me, Laura. I need to talk to you.
Go away.
How about some blackjack?
Oh, don't bring up blackjack. That's a sore subject.
Joe Bob, I'm going down to play the slot machines. Want to come?
War. Bad choice. He lost $500 on that last one.
You're kidding.
Yeah.
All right. Joe Bob, your beer is here. What do you want me to do with it?
I'll be right out.
Joe Bob, you look terrible.
Thank you. Where's my beer?
Well, what I meant is that Steve and I are worried about you.
We've heard all kinds of weird stories.
Did y'all drink my beer?
Joe Bob, listen, I know it looks a little grim, and maybe it's a little embarrassing that after 5 years of national television, nobody knows who you are. Maybe you're a little depressed. Maybe you get down when you hear rumors that you're gonna be fired, and that last week's show was rated so low that more people watched the National Geographic special on sea snails.
We beat that show. We beat the sea snails.
Well, you see then?
You did?
You've got lots to be thankful for. Everything's getting so much better.
Yeah.
Now, come on, Joe Bob. Get dressed and let's go down to the casino. We're gonna play some roulette. Hey, you know there's lots of beautiful women around the roulette table.
I'm through with beautiful women. I want ugly women. Ugly women, they never break your heart.
That's great. I know lots of ugly women. Come on. Let's go meet them. Come on, let's go.
Look, let me explain something to you guys. I gave my guts to this show. 5 years. 5 years of the very best in the 3 Bs, blood, breasts, and beasts. Every Saturday night like clockwork, week in and week out. Me, I did it. And we got letters. We built a following. We got love. But how would you feel after 5 years if you asked your boss for one little party, one lousy, tiny, little pathetic party in Las Vegas to celebrate, to give something back to those fans, the fans in places like Tulsa and Columbus and Encino and Passaic, the fans in the real America, the fans who would tune in for Joe Bob Briggs' fifth, I can't even talk anymore, Joe Bob Briggs' 5th anniversary party from Las Vegas, because they're the fans in the real America, which means they like to watch the fake America. And for a while, I thought the movie channel was going to let me do it. I mean, they promised me Wayne Newton, they promised Engelbert Humperdinck, Tom Jones, Bob Goulet. For a while, they even promised Siegfried and Roy. But none of it ever happened. None of it. And you know what they told me yesterday? They said, hey, Joe Bob, maybe we could get Hervé Villachese to come on the show. They offered me a midget. That's what it's come down to, me and a midget. I'm dead. It's over. If you want to do me a favor, just leave me here to die. That's what I'm going to do now. I'm going inside to die. You can introduce the movie.
I feel so bad for you.
I don't know what to say, buddy. You just don't deserve that.
Well, you know what? I feel kind of a little bit better now. I guess I just had to get that off my chest.
I feel awful.
So do I.
Come on, let's go down and play some roulette. I love those Scandinavian blondes that sit around the table. They remind me of Brigitte Nielsen. I'll go in and change right now and we'll go down there.
I like it.
Room service. This your room?
You got an opener for those?
Sure thing.
I'm all choked up.
Give me one.
I feel terrible.
Can you just open 2 more of those for me, please?
When y'all introduce the movie, tell them it's Sinjanor, this movie about giant yuppie-eating lizards. And I'll see you at the roulette table after it's over.
Oh, I love it.
What is it about roulette that women just love it?
It's a spiritual game.
It's a spiritual game.
It's a scientific game. It's completely mathematical.
I hate this game. I don't understand this game. I stick chips out there and he rakes them off. That's all I know about this game.
That's because you don't have a system. I'm using the progressive Martindale double cancellation system. I never lose with this.
Right.
All you do is bet on even or odd, double your bet, add $5 every time you lose. Eventually you win, then you start all over again.
Would you be quiet? I can't concentrate.
Marie, you're not doing anything. We've been sitting here an hour and all you do is put a chip out there on one number. And then you lose every time. What are you concentrating on?
I'm waiting until I feel the vibrations of the wheel.
Well, then why don't you get over here by the wheel?
Oh, I don't mean the physical vibrations. I mean the aura of the wheel.
Oh, right.
Oh, she knows what she's doing. Don't scoff.
Go ahead, throw your money away. I'll stick with science.
Joe Bob, aren't you betting?
No, I'm still a little depressed. You know, nobody showed up for my 5th anniversary show. Hadn't heard from Wayne Newton. I mean, we used to be like that. We both have Indian blood. He's a Shawnee or Pawnee or Cherokee, Seminole. I don't know which one it is, but we're like blood brothers, and I hadn't heard diddly squat from him.
Well, he'll be here. Don't worry.
I've got it.
Marie, you scare the bejabbers out of me when you do that.
2. The number is 2.
Oh, right. You figured out the number by communicating with Zontar the Magnificent or something. Great. 1. See there?
Oh.
You didn't know what you were talking about, did you?
All right, I'll make an adjustment. 8.
Make an adjustment.
8.
8. Throw away some more money.
9, red.
All right. I'll try it again. I over-adjusted. Here we go. 33.
33. All right.
33.
33, black.
Oh, yes! 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 How much money do I get?
Well, let's see. You had 3 chips out there. You get $105.
Very unscientific.
My money.
I don't believe this for a minute.
Do I get the same amount of money if I do it again?
35 to 1, same amount. This is too freaky for me.
All right. 26.
26.
26 black.
Yes, yes. Oh, God. All right. All right.
Oh, I don't believe it. Do you believe that, Steve?
No way, it's just pure luck.
22. 22. All right. 22. 22. There.
22 black.
Oh, yes! 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 All right.
Thank you.
Steve, you were doing that too? I can't believe you're doing it.
I still say it's unscientific.
Got to be some explanation. This is candid camera, right?
I told you not to doubt her. She knows what she's doing. It's a spiritual thing.
Yes, it's a spiritual thing, Joe Bob.
That's right.
Yeah. I don't believe this.
Quiet. Okay. The number is 24.
24.
No! Wait! Are there electromagnetic waves in this room?
Oh, come on.
25. 25. 25. The number is 25. Everyone's doing 25.
Red, 25.
Yes! 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 Now I'm in the zone. I'm in perfect alignment. We can stay here all night. All right. The number is 14.
14.
Great.
Everything.
Bet it all.
Everything.
Sir, take it. 14.
You're crazy.
14.
I don't know what this is, but I am not having
14.
any part of this.
Come on, Joe Bob, you got to get into this.
Yeah, come on, Joe Bob. It's easy money.
Come on, Joe Bob, don't be a party pooper.
Come on, Joe Bob. 14. 14.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Come on.
Big money, big money.
00.
That was all my money.
Why did I do that?
What happened, Marie?
I don't know. There must have been someone playing who didn't believe in the spiritual power of the numbers.
Oh, you jerk.
Joe
Joe Bob.
Joe
Marie,
Bob.
Laura,
Joe Bob.
No faith.
Steve, we can play Keno or something. I still have $5. I told you I hate this game.
From Las Vegas, the entertainment capital of the world, it's the Joe Bob Briggs 5th anniversary special, all month long on the Movie Channel. Ladies and gentlemen, Joe Bob Briggs.
Can I get a refill, please?
Could I get you anything?
You know, normally I wouldn't be out in public like this where people can recognize me. Joe Bob Briggs, host of the Drive-In Theater. But see, I'm planning my special 5th anniversary show, and a lot of people don't believe that. They claim that this will be just one more Saturday night where nobody shows up, but they're crazy, I'm telling you.
So you don't need anything?
What could I possibly need? I'm a close personal friend of Wayne Newton. He's going to be on my show. Wayne doesn't think I'm pitiful.
I'll come back when you're ready to order.
So what if nobody remembers my 5th anniversary show? It's their loss, not mine.
Excuse me. Did I hear you say you know Wayne Newton?
Only my best friend in the world.
I'm crazy about Wayne. What's he like? Is he really that nice?
He's the greatest. They don't come any nicer. You should have seen him when we were getting started out together.
You started with Wayne?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, of course, we were both unknowns at that time.
But who are you?
Joe Bob Briggs. The Movie Channel. Drive-In Theater. It's a real popular show on cable.
That's nice. Do you really know Wayne?
Yeah, I know him. Of course I know him. I was the guy that talked him into putting MacArthur Park in his act. You know that part at the end where it rains on stage? That was me.
You invented that?
Well, yeah, my idea. I mean, I didn't actually do the rain. We leave that up to the technical experts.
I know Wayne's whole act. I've seen it more than 50 times.
No, you're kidding.
No, I have. I know everything about him.
All right, what are the first 3 songs in his act?
Wayne never does the same show twice.
All right, name the first 3 songs in the last show you saw.
All right. That's all right. CC Rider and Just a Gigolo.
Ah, wrong. I saw that same show. When he does it that way, he does 2 of the songs, but then he introduces the all-girl violin section, does a lot of Indian jokes, makes fun of the piano player, and then sometimes he'll put Gone at Last in there too, and then he does Just a Gigolo.
I knew that. I'm not talking about the things he does between the songs. I'm just naming the songs.
Need anything?
2 Coco Locos. You like Coco Locos?
What's a Coco Loco?
2 Coco Locos. All right, go ahead.
All right. After Just a Gigolo, he does One of These Days, Believe Me, September Morn, Great Balls of Fire, Splish Splash, On the Bayou, Heartbreak Hotel, Good-Hearted Woman, Foggy Mountain Breakdown, Rocky Top, Blue Suede Shoes, and Spanish Eyes.
Oh, that's my favorite part where he does that guitar solo with the string section.
And then after that, he plays songs off his new album, 50s Medley, I Can't Help Falling in Love with You, Red Roses, Donka Shane, MacArthur Park with Talking Verse. And then, for his 3rd and final encore, he does Patriotic Medley with Dixie and Battle Hymn of the Republic.
You really have seen his show 50 times. That's amazing.
Do you really know him?
Yes, I know him. How many times do I have to tell you? I was just getting ready to call him up. I kind of need him to come down here tonight since this is the final night of my 5th anniversary celebration on the movie channel, and so far it's been pretty much of a fiasco.
A fiasco?
Well, maybe not a fiasco, but yeah, a fiasco. That's the only word for it. We hadn't had any celebrity guests show up.
You know what I think?
What do you think?
I think you don't know Wayne at all. I think you're saying all this just to impress me.
How can you say that? I just bought you a Coco Loco.
You did that to get me to believe that you know Wayne, and you're just trying to get me drunk.
Hey, listen, I don't have to prove anything to you. But I do know him.
Do not.
Do too.
Do not.
Do too.
Do not.
Do too.
Do not.
Do too.
Do not. All right, then. How many horses does he have on his ranch?
How many horses? That's not important to Wayne, that kind of stuff. You know what's important to Wayne? America is what's important to Wayne. He's an Indian, you know? Dances with Wolves, my butt. He was talking about that stuff years ago. They should have called that movie Dances with Wayne. He's got more sincerity in the filament of his gold-plated microphone than Kevin Costner has in his whole body. That's what I think.
You really do love him.
Well, of course I do. It's a spiritual thing with me.
It is with me, too.
Did I hear you guys talking about Dances with Wolves? That's my favorite movie.
Wayne! Have a seat here, Wayne. Here,
Care if I join you?
Take my seat.
Thank you.
Have a seat there.
Good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you. Wow. Hey, would you like my Coco Loco? I hadn't touched it. 3 more Coco Locos.
No,
Bring them over here.
I never touch this stuff. Thank you.
Cancel those Coco Locos immediately. Wayne never touches that stuff. So, Wayne, long time no see.
Good to see you, my friend.
All right.
It's really you. It's really him.
You're as cute as a button.
Oh, God.
I'm so glad. Listen, Wayne, could you stick around till after the movie because it would kind of like save my butt in a big way.
Well, sure, and I wanted to talk to you anyway. You know, I'm having some problem with that MacArthur Park number.
Yeah.
The sprinklers went off last night, and we got the whole orchestra wet, so.
Really? I can take care of that for you, Wayne. I can handle that, all right?
So tell me, how did you and Joe Bob get started together?
Huh? Thank you. You guys are great. I think I'm just going to take you home with me. You know, you're so good, I think I could just sing here all night.
Wayne, wait just a minute. Can I talk to you for just a minute?
Well, sure, Joe Bob. What is it?
We can't really have you do any more songs right now because we're back on the air, and every time you sing a song, we have to pay $25.
How much?
$25 every time you sing a song.
Wow, $25.
Yeah. Yeah, and see, we're just not that big a show. We can't handle expenses like that. So, you know, if we could just talk for a few minutes over here, I mean, if you've got the time.
Oh, absolutely, Joe Bob. Absolutely. Guys, thank you. Why don't you just take a 15-minute break, and I'll be back and do some more songs. Okay?
All right.
Joe Bob's too cheap to pay for the songs, huh?
Oh, don't pay any attention to those people, Wayne. Sour grapes over there. Here, have a seat.
Thank you. Good group. Really good group.
All right. Now, you told me I could ask you about anything, right?
Anything, sure. Go for it. Shoot.
All right. Now, listen, I only say this because I love you, man. It takes a close friend to say what I'm about to say.
This sounds serious.
It is. It's tough. Wayne, listen, I'm a little worried. I'm worried about you.
What's wrong?
You remember about 3 years ago, now I saw this in the National Enquirer, so don't try to deny this. I know you don't like to talk about it, but you started talking to Elvis every night in your dressing room right before you went on. Don't say anything yet. I understand. A lot of people read that. They think that is freaky. But what they don't understand is that if it's freaky to us, just think how freaky it must be to you to become convinced that Elvis is communicating with you.
Well, that really isn't what happened, Joe Bob. I mean, you should know. They simply distorted the story where I said I was fortunate to have lasted as long as Elvis, and I didn't say I was talking to Elvis.
Wayne, you know there's a stage called denial right before you realize how sick you are, and that's nothing to be ashamed of.
Look, I didn't talk to Elvis.
All right, okay, we'll put that aside for the moment, all right? You did not speak directly to Elvis.
No.
Let's say you got a few faxes from him, okay? And then right after those messages started coming in, you got a new contract and you moved out of the Bally's Grand Hotel down the street to your current home, the Vegas Hilton.
That's true.
Okay, Elvis's stage. The same place where he wore the beluga whale white jumpsuit. Now, are you going to tell me that was a coincidence?
Look, I'm honored to share the same stage that Elvis worked on.
Are you? Nice evasive answer, Wayne. Let's face it, you couldn't ignore what was happening to you, so you started putting Elvis songs into your show, didn't you?
Well, that's true. I do quite a bit of Elvis material.
Blue Suede Shoes, C.C. Ryder, The Medley Thing, Heartbreak Hotel, and Wayne, you even did the biggie. Are You Lonesome Tonight?
Look, it's all true. I feel like I'm being cross-examined here.
Wayne, don't feel that way. I do this out of love and out of no other motivation. I think, in fact, I know what happened. It's simple. The more Elvis you did, the more you would feel those spirits in the Hilton showroom floating around through the complimentary cocktail swizzle stick and plastic umbrella stuff. And then the press picks up on it. Some wise guy reporters do articles about how you're communing with Elvis. Did you see that article where they had the actual transcript of the messages that Elvis was sending you?
No, somehow I missed that one.
Well, it's no big deal. I kind of liked it. The best part was where Elvis says, "Send Percodan." But anyway, they finally decide that you've gone bonkers, you're going crazy, that you think you are Elvis. So really, all I wanted to do tonight as a friend is give you a chance to defend yourself against those charges.
What charges?
Well, the charges that you're a paranoid schizophrenic who believes he's Elvis.
You gotta be kidding me.
Wayne, I have never been more serious about anything in my life. Believe me, I'm bleeding inside asking you to do this.
All right, what is it I'm supposed to be again?
A paranoid schizophrenic who believes he's Elvis.
Okay, Joe Bob, I am not a paranoid schizophrenic.
Who believes he's Elvis?
Who believes he's Elvis.
Good. Okay, now that we've got that wrapped up, I have to say that last night you really worried me. I went to the show and I was amazed at all the Elvis you put in the show.
Look, I love Elvis. I mean, if I didn't do that material, who would?
See, Wayne, it is comments like that. You think you owe Elvis something, don't you? Wayne, listen to me. You're not crazy. Maybe you are having nightly communications with a voice from beyond the grave, but that voice does not belong to Elvis. That voice belongs to the demonic Elvis who is determined to wreck your career. Do you understand me? It's an Elvis whose only goal in life is to make sure that you do not become the king. I'm warning you. Put Donkey Shane back in that show. Get rid of that Elvis stuff. I tell you this as a friend.
Now, let me get this straight. They don't want me to become king.
He doesn't want you to. The demonic Elvis doesn't want you to.
Joe Bob, to me, Elvis will always be the king.
Oh, my God. It's worse than I thought. Wayne, stand up.
Why?
I want you to empty the pockets. I'm checking for mood-altering substances right now. You know how Elvis became a walking drugstore right before he died? I am not going to let that happen to you. Come on.
Joe Bob, I don't use drugs.
Yeah, that's what Elvis said. Wayne, I love you. Don't do this stuff to yourself.
Joe Bob?
What?
Congratulations.
What?
Congratulations on your 5th anniversary. I have a whole speech prepared here.
Oh, well, I think we'll have to forget about that, Wayne, because I kind of got off on this Elvis thing.
Well, look, I'd just like to tell a few stories about my close personal friend, Joe Bob Briggs. I mean, many of you know the time that you told him about this, right? That we flew to Mexico and on a private jet with a woman named, I'll never forget her, Lungs Lenkowski.
Wayne, we don't really have time for that anymore because it's time for the movie.
Okay, but I thought that was what this is all about.
Well, that is what this is all about, but I kind of forgot. So I appreciate your coming. It was good to have you here.
Well, Joe Bob, anytime, but I spent a whole lot of time on this beach.
You know, I really feel terrible about that, Wayne. It makes me feel bad, but yeah, why don't you sing a song? That'd be a good thing.
Now?
Well, actually, no, I need you to wait 5 minutes so we don't have to pay for it. It would go out on the air if we did it now. But, I'll see everybody after the flick, and sorry, Wayne, I blew the whole deal, I guess. I never even got to ask you about your mustache.
That's probably just as well.
Okay, well...